Most people say Grimsby is a bad place.
Welcome to Grimsby. This is the most dangerous town in Lincolnshire.
15 years of decline and deprivation.
This is shocking. Grimsby has shocked me.
And I'm not trying to be political, but I think it speaks its volumes. The state of that. Jeez.
What they don't see is what us lot from Grimsby see. We just see the beauty in it. One thing is hard in Grimsby is getting a job. I've applied for dozens. There's a lot of places that would get me to volunteer with them, and half the time it's just, oh, you've done that for us, alright, bye. Yeah, no, I'll slide down it, but that's probably about it. I wouldn't really ever leave my hometown. I've been here since birth and don't plan on leaving.
It's disturbing and frustrating to see how Grimsby is depicted as a dead end, as a place where nothing can thrive. Cohen, I'm sure you'll have heard people say about being the end of the line, but it's the beginning of it too.
It's a job that I've applied for as the Mighty Mariner, which is the football ground's mascot.
I actually thought of you, Cohen, because you had your mascot company, didn't you? That would be so great. I would come to a football match if you were. There has to be opportunities, right, for people like Cohen, people like me, people like, lots of people to stay and to thrive here, because it is possible, and it's a great place to grow up and a great place to be.
Because I do a load of mascot work myself in my mascot business, I thought, why not apply for it? The business is SEND friendly because I've grown up with SEND myself.
So people with additional needs like autism and people that don't can't cope in big spaces or something, stuff like that. The leading to this has been a nightmare. You get stressed with it all. I help in bits and bobs, but we can't be together all the time because we'll argue.
To be fair, if Lexi was doing something, Cohen would support you with it as well, wouldn't he?
His mascot business is his pride, he loves it.
Retail was a big thing for a lot of people at one point, but a lot of it's sort of closing down now. Vape shops and barbers, that is mostly what it's made up of, not ones where you can sort of get a job or whatever not. You have got your odd second-hand shops, your charity shops. That's another place that I've volunteered at one point. We have one foundation. See a lot of it on social media that, when you see a new building, it's empty. Half the time all you'll hear is, oh, it's going to turn into a vape shop. A lot of people see a camera and they'll rev their engine, trying to be clever. Idiot. So this is just checking the DVDs, see if they're scratched, if they're fake. Because you tend to get a lot of them where they've been copied. So we're not allowed to put them out. A couple of years ago, I used to always be stuck in the house. I went to drop something off at my auntie at one point to a food bank. And that's where all the voluntary stuff started. But I don't like to be stuck in the house, that's why I try and keep myself doing as much as I can. Mostly when you're not hearing back from jobs, you're waiting for ages to find out whether you got the job, if you haven't. When you don't have feedback, you're like, I haven't been turned down because of my disabilities. I start overthinking it a lot. That's what I do with a lot of things. I overthink a lot of things. Go on.
So for starting, you come in from the door to you then?
Come with me. A world of pure imagination. Shine it's
You speak to majority of them, they work in the fish factory or the bread factory, the soup factory, and that's about it. That's the main jobs, or in the local supermarkets. There's nothing else for these young uns to progress. You know, for media, for anything else, there's nothing here. And which is a shame really, because especially Cohen, because he is so good at media, he's so good at doing these things. But for Cohen to be able to go into that, it would mean probably for Cohen to leave his town. This is just something that the government need to help with, but no, we won't go there. Hang on, I just need to breathe because my sister's an MP, and if she sees this, she'll go mad. I can feel myself burning up because I am so passionate about this, you know.
As soon as I mentioned about the job for the mascot, Joe was like, do it, you got to go for it, that would be perfect for you.
Cohen wants to be able to do the application, don't you, Cohen? Yeah. But sometimes he just gets a bit mixed up. It is such a struggle for these guys, and people don't understand how amazing they are.
No, so you do have them times where you do sort of doubt yourself, but then it's sort of like you get back to it.
Ever since a kid, I've always said, when you asked what dream job it was always wrestler. Now I've got older, I sort of realised that wouldn't be a permanent job unless you became some big person.
How do you do that?
I used to get brought away for a match and forget it. Now I get like halfway through a match before I forget it.
That's brilliant. Small chunks into big chunks. And then you strengthen your balance.
That's it, balance. It'll be a bit harder for me to
Exactly.
Not, but I'm getting there.
And you're the one who was fighting through there, and you're the person that I can really see has improved so much, all because you want to do this. It's awesome. Did you apply for that?
It's Mighty Mariner, yeah.
I saw they were advertising for it. You'd be amazing.
And then I had those people taking me there, so I was like, oh,
you would be amazing. And then you could have a fight with someone, another mascot there. And then you go viral because you'd be wrestling
Mighty
with another
Mariner
one.
versus Ace Matthews.
Cohen, you are smashing it. Keep coming back week after week, just as you do. Put all of your effort in, and most of all, you keep being you.
Hang on. I thought I was your boy. What?
This is about Cohen, okay?
Who exactly is Cohen?
I'm Cohen.
Mum and Dad were always a positive, like, don't put yourself down, whatever not. If I started beating myself up about something, you'd be like, no, you can do it. What did I say about this one?
Scratches?
Yeah, that's it. I checked it about 3 times, but that's what I'll do. Is like, once I get talking, I'm like, oh yeah, what did I do with this one? This one's quite scratched. So that one will go down a little pile I've got to the side. Even with wrestling, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think I'll ever make it. And I'm like, stop being stupid, you will.